Hi everyone, today we are going to start with trigonometry. In 10th standard, trigonometry is limited to right triangles. Okay, first of all we will see what trigonometry is. This is a right triangle. Normally we write this bottom side is base and this is called height and this is called hypotenuse. Here also we name the side opposite to 90 degrees called hypotenuse, and the base and altitude we named on the basis of one of the acute angles. You can take one of the acute angle. Suppose you are taking A as the reference angle. One of the acute angle you have to take as a reference angle. According to A, this side BC is called opposite side to angle A. And the side which is near to angle A, but you have a confusion. Near to angle A, there are two sides which are adjacent. But already we named hypotenuse, so there is no confusion. Which is the adjacent side to angle A other than hypotenuse. It is called adjacent side to angle A. And in this way, we have to name the triangles. If a triangle is given like this, suppose this is 5, this is 4 and this is 3. Using these three lengths, by taking 2 at a time, how many ratios we can make? By using 2 at a time like this, we can make one ratio 3 by 4. Or its reciprocal, we can write it as 4 by 3. And by taking these two sides, we can write 4 by 5. Or its reciprocal 5 by 4. 3 by 5 or 5 by 3. These three sides of a triangle, by taking 2 at a time, we can make one ratio, second ratio, third ratio, fourth ratio, fifth ratio, sixth ratio. That means all together we can make 6 ratios. Out of these 6 ratios, 3 of them, the right side 3, 1 are the reciprocal of the ratios which are displayed on the left side. So, 3 ratios are the reciprocal of the first 3, the last 3 are the reciprocal of the first 3. Okay, let's continue with this triangle. Previously we named on the basis of the lengths 5, 4, 3. Now we use these letters or these words: adjacent side, opposite side, hypotenuse. And here also we can write 6 ratios. And I am writing the 6 here. One is opposite side to angle A. This is the first side. By, then I write hypotenuse. In any order we can write hypotenuse. This is the first ratio I can make. Second ratio I write like this: adjacent side to angle A by hypotenuse. And the third ratio, by taking these two, adjacent and opposite, I write opposite first. Opposite side to angle A by adjacent side to angle A. And like this, their reciprocal also we can write. This is first, its reciprocal we can write. Its reciprocal is hypotenuse by opposite. And second one's reciprocal we can write. It is hypotenuse by adjacent. And the third one's reciprocal we can write adjacent by opposite. The first 3 we have written, the reciprocal also we can make. And the trigonometry have given name to these ratios. The first one is sine, S-I-N-E. And we have to mention what is the reference angle with every ratio. So sine of angle A. In short, we write sine A and we made it again short like this, sine A. Don't read it as sin, it is sine. E is understood. And the second ratio is named as cosine. Actually, it is complement of sine. It is called cosine of angle A. In short, it is called cos. Cosine, it is called cos. Next is tangent. Tangent of angle A. In short, it is called tan of angle A. And to remember these first three, we use a code word called SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. This first one is from this sine is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. This is so. Sine is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse. Next is ka. It is C stands for cos is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. You can see adjacent by hypotenuse. And the third one is TOA. T stands for tan of the reference angle by is equal to opposite of the reference angle by adjacent of the reference. That is from here. So this, if you know this code wording, SOHCAHTOA, you will get the first three ratios, sine, cos, tan. And the reciprocal you can remember. The first one is starting with the letter C. Yes, its reciprocal is starting with the letter C. Cosecant. In short, we write cosec. Cosecant. Actually, it is A and T is also there. But short, it is written cosec. You can remember it. The first one is started with S. Its reciprocal is starting with C. Second one is starting with C. Its reciprocal is this one. You can see here it is adjacent by hypotenuse, here hypotenuse by this. Its reciprocal, this one is starting with C. Its reciprocal is starting with S. Secant, actually it is secant. In short, it is written sec. A. And the last one is the reciprocal of tan. Tan is one ratio which is having the letter T. Its reciprocal is also having T. It is actually cotangent. In short, it is called cot of A. So these are the 6 ratios. All of you should remember the sequence in which it is written. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. You should say very fast sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. And also you should know this code word SOHCAHTOA. If you know this, you will get sine, cos, tan. And then you should know the last three in sequence, sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. The first one is starting with the letter S. Its reciprocal is starting with the letter C. The second one is starting with the letter C. Its reciprocal is starting with the letter S. The ones is having T, tan. Its reciprocal is also having a T. But not T in the beginning, at the end of it. That is cot. So this will help you to remember all this. Let's move the relationship between these ratios. We know this is a right triangle. Now I change the reference angle to C. Okay, let this be the reference angle. The acute angle is this. This is A. This is B. And first we have to name the hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. The side opposite to this reference angle is taken as opposite. Side adjacent to reference angle is taken as adjacent. And use this SOHCAHTOA and write. What is sine? Sine means opposite by hypotenuse. And we have to mention the reference angle. Here reference angle has been changed to C. So we write sine of reference angle C is equal to opposite to angle C, the opposite by hypotenuse, and cos C, it is adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan C is opposite by adjacent. The first three we know, their reciprocals are the last three. Cosec C is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. Sec C is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. Cot C is equal to adjacent by opposite. After writing this, we can develop some relations called reciprocal relations. Reciprocal relations. Which are the reciprocals of which one? Sine's reciprocal is cosec. So we write the first relation. Sine C is equal to 1 upon cosec C. The angle should be same. Or we can write the other way, 1 upon sine C. If you take the reciprocal of sine C, you will get cosec C. Sine and cosec are the reciprocals. And the next one, the second and the second last, they are also reciprocals. Cos C is equal to 1 upon sec C, or 1 upon cos C is equal to sec C. The third one and the last one are reciprocals. So tan C is equal to 1 upon cot C, or 1 upon tan C is equal to cot C. So these are the three reciprocal relations. And one more I would like to say, the combined ratios. Combined ratios. If you divide the first two ratios, sine and cos, if you divide them, then on right side, hypotenuse will get cancelled. You will get O by A. What is O by A stands for? It is for tan. So we can remember like this. If you divide the first two ratios, you will get the third ratio. So this is a combined ratio. This is sine C by cos C is equal to tan C. The angle should be same in every case. If it is A, in all places it will be A. And if you take the reciprocal of this, cos C by sin C, if you take the reciprocal here, then tan also will get reciprocal. You know what is the reciprocal of tan? It will be cot C. So this is combined ratio. So these relations we should know. The reciprocal relations and combined ratios. Okay, let's move to these trigonometric identities. Based on this right angle, this side is hypotenuse. All of you know it. This is hypotenuse, and I take reference angle is A. And if you want, you can put some value to it. For example, 30 degree, 25 degrees, 75 degree. Any angle we can write. And instead of that, I put a Greek alphabet theta. Based on this theta may be any number like 30, 20, like. So according to theta, this side is opposite to theta. Okay, I write O only. O means opposite, and adjacent to theta, this side is 40. And we all know Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse square. Same thing we can express here. Opposite square plus adjacent square is equal to hypotenuse square. This is simple Pythagoras theorem. And from this Pythagoras theorem, or on the basis of this Pythagoras theorem, we develop the identity. So these trigonometric identities which we discussed in class 10th are based on Pythagoras theorem, nothing else. So you can divide this Pythagoras theorem either by hypotenuse, we will divide throughout by hypotenuse, or you can divide throughout by adjacent, or you can divide throughout by opposite, any one at a time. First, I try to divide it with hypotenuse. So, you know what is opposite by hypotenuse? From trigonometric ratios, you know this is so ca tau. So opposite by hypotenuse is called sine. You can see here, opposite by hypotenuse. So we can write this is sine square and the reference angle. You can either write A or you can write the angle. Anyone you can write. Sine square theta plus adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse is called cos. So cos square theta is equal to, here hypotenuse gets cancelled. So this is the first trigonometric identity based on Pythagoras. So once you got it, first trigonometric identity, you can develop the other trigonometric identities like this: opposite square plus adjacent square is equal to hypotenuse square. If you divide throughout by any other than hypotenuse, suppose you would like to divide by opposite square throughout, then opposite square is cancelled in first case, so you get 1 plus adjacent by opposite. You look at the first three SOHCAHTOA, you can see opposite by adjacent is tan, but here adjacent by opposite, so it will be the reciprocal of tan. So we can write 1 plus cot square theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. You cannot see, but you can see opposite by hypotenuse. So it will be the reciprocal of sine. Sine's reciprocal is cosec. Cosec square theta. So this leads to second trigonometric identity based on Pythagoras theorem. In the third one, again we write the Pythagoras theorem: opposite square plus adjacent square is equal to hypotenuse square. In first case we divide throughout by hypotenuse square, second case we divide by throughout by opposite square, now you divide by adjacent square. So here adjacent bit gets cancelled, you will get 1. Opposite by adjacent, look at the SOHCAHTOA. Opposite by adjacent is called tan. So we can write tan square theta plus 1 is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent is not here. Adjacent by hypotenuse. So it will be the reciprocal of cos. Cos reciprocal is sec. So sec square theta. So in every identity you can see two ratio squares and 1 are connected. Here also you can see two ratio squares are there and 1 is connected. 2 ratio square and 1 is connected. Why this is called an identity? For any angle you put here, for theta, the LHS and RHS will be equal. We can try. Let theta is 90 and try in all the identities. You can see LHS and RHS are equal. We can try for the first. Sin 90, you all know, sin 90 is 1, so 1 square is 1. Cos 90 is 0, 0 square is 0. So the right side is already 1. So LHS and RHS are equal for theta is 90. Like that you can try for this and this, not only for 90, any angle you put, 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree, any specific angle you try, the LHS and RHS are equal. And yes, now I connect these trigonometric identities with algebraic identities. You all know these algebraic identities. A square minus b square. What is a square minus b square? All of you know it is a plus b into a minus b. It goes towards right as well as left side in certain questions we have to use. For example, if a question is like this, sin theta plus cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta is asked. Then we have to move from right to left. This is a plus b into a minus b. Then we can write a square minus b square sin square theta minus cos square theta. This is not at all an identity. If it is sin square theta plus cos square theta is there, then we can write 1. But here we cannot write. They may ask to prove this answer is not required. We need 1 minus 2 cos square theta. Or they may ask like this, 2 sin square theta minus 1. If you need the first part to be proved, then you have to replace this sin square. This sin square involves in an identity. You all know that the first identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Then you have to replace this sin square because you are not required to have any sin square in the final answer. So this sin square you have to replace. So find a substitute for sin square. Sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So in the place of this sin square we can substitute this 1 minus cos square theta minus cos square theta. So you will get 1 minus 2 cos square theta. And if you need the second portion, either you can start from here or you can start from here. In this, if you need this second proof, you should bring only sin square. You don't want any cos square in the result. So this cos square you have to replace with the same identity. Then sin square will be kept like that minus cos square. We have to find a substitute of cos square from the first one. First identity, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So we are going to replace this cos square with 1 minus sin square. But this right side has 2 terms. Whenever you want to replace one term with 2 terms, you should use a bracket. Because in front of this single term there is a minus sign. This minus will work on both the terms which are to be substituted in the place of cos. So 1 minus sin square theta. That means this minus is applicable to both the terms. So we get sin square theta minus 1 minus minus will multiply and this minus will multiply and you will get sin square. So sin square theta plus sin square theta 2 sin square theta minus. So we can prove like this. This is one application of a square minus b square and a plus b into a minus b. So it goes either from left to right or right to left. Both we can see. And okay, next algebraic identity is a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4. You know it is a square plus b square into a square minus b square. That we know it, how to do it. And next one is a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4. Normally we don't have any plus identity like this, but you know from where this we get. It is coming from a square plus b square the whole square. It is a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4 plus 2a square b square. Then we have to shift this portion to the left side. So a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4 is equal to a square plus b square the whole square minus 2a square b square. This has many applications. For example, a question is like this. Sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta is asked. Then we can apply this identity. Instead of 4 and 4, you can write square and square here. So sine square theta plus cos square theta into the whole square minus 2a square. Instead of a square, we have to write 2 sine square into cos square theta. So this is an identity, all of you know. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 1 square is 1 only, minus 2 sine square theta. So this is an application of a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4. Next two algebraic identities I am going to discuss here is a cube plus b cube and its another form a cube minus b. We can remember it very quickly. Remove their cubes and form the first bracket. If it is plus, you write a plus b. If it is minus, you have to write a minus b. And second bracket, in both the cases, starting is same, a square, plus b square. And then there is a change. Here ab, here also a. The change is, if the given is plus, here also plus. Its opposite sign you have to give for a. Here is minus, so first bracket is minus, its opposite sign you have to give here. Plus a. If a question is like this, sine cube theta plus cos cube theta is given to you, how do you perform it? You have to write sine theta plus cos theta and second bracket a square, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta minus sine theta cos theta. And you can apply trigonometric identity. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1 minus sine theta cos theta. And the first bracket remains the same. This is the proof. Okay, the next one is a raised to 6 plus b raised to 6. Can be its negative also, but I write only positive. It can be written as a square the whole cube. You can do the opposite also, but this is better. A square the whole cube plus b square the whole cube. This can be written as, after removing the cubes, you can make the first bracket as it is a cube plus b cube. But inner square you have to write a square plus b square. Follow this identity when you are filling a cube plus b cube is equal to remove the cube and form the first bracket a plus b. And the second bracket is its square. Whatever is coming here, its square plus the second one square, and multiply these two and write at the end. But here it is plus sign because the given one is plus. Its opposite sign you have to put here. The same thing you have to follow. Here it is a square. Whatever is the first term of the first bracket, its square should be the first term in the second bracket. So a square, it will be a raised to 4. And b square will be the second term in the second bracket, b raised to 4. Then you multiply these two and write a square, b square. As this first bracket is positive, a square, b square will be negative. Then you can change this second bracket. In second bracket, There is a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4. That you can change as just previously we discussed. A raised to 4 plus b raised to 4 can be written as a square plus b square the whole square minus 2a square b square. This much is 4, a raised to 4 plus b raised to 4. And one more term is here from the given previous step, minus a square b square. Now we can combine all this in the second bracket, a square plus b square. The first one is like that only, a square plus b square the whole square, and we can combine these two and write minus 3a square b square. This is a result, we can use it. If a question is like this, sin raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta is asked. You can directly use this last step if you know this 4. So 6 is here also 6, then the first bracket is square, you have to write. So the first bracket is sin square theta plus cos square theta. And the second bracket, a square plus b square the whole square, so you can write sin square theta plus cos square theta the whole square minus 3 a square b square, you can write sin square theta cos square theta. And you know what is sin square theta plus cos square theta from trigonometry? Identity, it is 1. And here also sin square theta plus cos square theta, it is 1. 1 square minus 3 sin square theta cos square theta. So this is the result. Well, 1 will multiply this only you get. So the final answer is 1 minus 3 sin square theta cos square theta. Now let's prove some of the proofs. The first one is this. There are two fractions. We have to add these two fractions and get the result 2 sec. When you are about to add, in most of the trigonometry questions, you have to follow this rule: a by b plus c by d. If you want to add two fractions, here mostly you follow this rule: multiply the denominators and make the denominator. You can follow the same process here. Multiply these two denominators. You can write like this: 1 plus sin a into cos a. This you can write. And then multiply this denominator to the numerator and write in the numerator a into d. Same thing you can do here. With cos you multiply this, you get cos square a. Then with the first denominator multiply the second numerator and write as the numerator bc. Then put plus sign. If it is minus sign, you have to put here minus. Here it is plus, put plus sign, multiply these two. Here you can see both are same, 1 plus sign, 1 plus sign, so we can write 1 plus sin a the whole square. And expand the numerator. You should take care, rarely we multiply the denominator. We will keep the denominator in most of the questions like that, with an anticipation that one of the factor, this each one is called a factor because they are multiplied. One of the factor may cancel with the numerator in the later stage. So we are anticipating that. Expand only numerator, cos square a plus, expand it using a plus b the whole square. A square, that is 1 square is 1, plus b square, sin square a, plus 2ab, 2 into 1 into sin a, that is 2 sin a. You can join this sin square and cos square with plus sign, sin square a plus cos square a. You all know it brings an identity, sin square a plus cos square a is 1, and one more 1 is here. Sin square plus cos square A is 1 from trigonometric identity, and one more one is here. So 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 sin A by 1 plus sin A into cos A. These two factors are anticipating something from the numerator to get cancelled. And from the numerator, you can see 2 is common to both the terms. So we can take 2 common, and within the bracket we get 1 plus sin by 1 plus sin into cos. I told you in the beginning the denominator's factors are waiting for something like that. One of the factor will come in the numerator in the latest. So these two factors gets cancelled. And you get 2 by cos. 2 by cos can be written as 2 into 1 by cos. The reciprocal of cos is sec. So we can write it is 2 sec. That's how we reach the RHS. So this is one of the questions. We follow this rule: a by b plus c by d is equal to multiply the denominator, cross multiply denominator numerator, and do it. But it is not happening in all cases. That we will discuss in the next question. Okay, let's move to this question. Here we are not following the method just we discussed because of certain facts. Like here denominators are comparable, but in the first appearance it is not looking like comparable, almost same. It is because tan and cot are reciprocals. You can change. There are 3 ways to do this question. One way is you change everything on the LHS to tan and so on. The second is change everything to cot on the LHS and so on. And the third method is change tan to sin A by cos A and cot to cos by sin. So I am showing only one method. The rest two you try yourself. And so I am taking LHS. I am changing everything to tan. Wherever cot is there, I am changing to tan. The numerator is tan only, so no need to change this tan. 1 minus this cot. Cot is 1 by tan A. Use a bracket here. Plus this numerator cot I change to 1 by tan A. By 1 minus tan A. Then take the denominator in this denominator. No, take the LCM in the denominator. Tan A upon. Here it is 1. LCM of 1 and tan is tan A. Here you can multiply like this, cross multiplication method you can apply. You get tan A minus 1. Plus here you can write 1 by tan A. And here this is its denominator is 1. You can take the reciprocal of it and write it as 1 upon 1 minus tan. And here also you take the reciprocal, tan A into, take the reciprocal of this. Tan A upon tan A minus 1. Plus 1 into 1 is 1 upon, don't multiply, just write it in factor form to take the LCM. 1 minus tan A. Multiply this tan A and tan A, you get tan square A upon, denominator is tan A minus 1, plus 1 upon tan A into. If you look at this denominator, this is tan A minus 1, and the second term, the denominator has 1 minus tan A. This tan A minus 1 and 1 minus tan A are almost same, only difference in the sign, because with the here in the first term tan A sign is positive and 1 is negative. But in the second term, if you look at this term, tan A sign is negative and 1 is positive. In such cases, you have to take a minus common from this. When you take a minus common from these two, this plus 1 will become minus 1. And minus tan A will become plus tan A. So they reverses. For example, we also know this 3 minus 1 is 2. But whenever we reverse this 1 minus 3, we get the same answer 2 but with opposite sign. So we can also write it like this: 3 minus 1 is same as 1 minus 3. But the difference is there is an extra minus sign here. The opposite also is possible. Then tan square A by tan A minus 1, I write one more time. And then this minus and this plus and this minus we can join, because all are multiplied. So plus and minus join and it will get minus 1 upon tan A into tan A minus 1. Now we can take the LCM. As normal LCM, if there is any common factor, it will come only one time. We should not multiply, and cross multiplication method is not advisable here, as there is a common factor. There are many methods other than this also. If there is any common factor, you can write that common factor first, and whatever is extra there, that also you have to write. Here, after that, if you look at the first denominator and this LCM, LCM has something extra than this first denominator, that is tan A. With that tan A, you have to multiply numerator and denominator. When you multiply this, it will become tan cube A. And if you look at the second denominator and the LCM, both are same only. So there is no change in the denominator and LCM, so same numerator you have to write. After this is tan cube A minus 1. It's a cube, 1 itself is also a cube. So it follows A cube minus B cube rule. The important part of this question is this portion of taking minus. Here you can see tan A minus 1. Here you can see 1 minus tan A. So this tan A minus 1 should be here also. So flip it. When we change it, if it is positive, you can write it in any order. But in negative, when you flip, there should be an extra minus. Through this also you can see 3 minus 1 is 2, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So you can write 3 minus 1 is same as 1 minus 3, but with an extra minus. So reverse this 1 minus tan A as tan A minus 1 and put a minus outside. Or simple common taking method. From plus 1 and minus tan A, minus is taken common. Then plus 1 becomes minus 1 and minus tan A becomes plus tan A. Then these all are multiplied, so this plus, it's a common sign for every term after that plus. And this minus, it's also a common sign for this bracket. These two will join and it gets minus. This portion is the main portion. After that, you have to apply A cube minus B cube. This will happen when you change it to cot and do. Then also you will face the same problem. When you change to sine and cos also, you will face the problem. In that case, it will be sine A minus cos A here. And here it will be cos A minus sine A. There also you have to take a minus. Then make here, if it is here sine A minus cos A, here also it should be sine A minus cos A. If it is cos A minus sine A, you have to take a minus and make it also like that. Then A cube minus B cube is coming. What is A cube minus B cube? You all know that. A minus B you have to write. That is tan A minus 1. It is the first bracket. And second bracket is A square, that is tan square, plus b square is 1, then minus ab, that means 1 into tan a. 1 into tan a is tan a only, by tan a minus 1 into tan a. These two gets cancelled. Tan a minus 1, tan a minus 1 is cancelled. And now you have to look here. We need the answer in how many terms? We need the answer in 2 terms. Only 1 plus is here. But when we go here, it has plus 1. Okay, here is a plus sign. Okay, it is plus. When we go here, this is tan square plus 1 and plus tan a. So it has 3 terms. But we need only 2 terms. So we can use the trigonometric identity and join this 1 plus tan square. What is 1 plus tan square? You all know that. What is 1 plus tan square? One plus tan square will become sec square plus tan is by one more tan is. Okay. Then with this tan you individually divide this. Okay, it is a. Individually divide these two. Sec square a by tan a plus tan a by tan a. Okay, the answer also will guide you in between. Here you need only 2 terms. But when we expand or factorize this a cube minus b cube, we got a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. I wrote earlier minus, it is plus a. Then we have this 1 factors are cancelled, and but in the second bracket there are 3 terms. But we need only 2 terms. There is an identity which joins 1 and tan square. 1 plus tan square is sec square plus tan a. Still denominator has one more term, tan a. With this tan you separately divide. Then tan get cancelled and you get plus 1. The one portion is over, one term we got. And simplify the next one to get sec and cosec. Sec is there but it is in square form. You have many ways. One is, one sec you keep like that because you need one sec. Other sec you can write as 1 by cos. Only one sec I am changing, one sec I keep it like that because I need one sec. I don't want the second one. So the second sec is changed to 1 by cos. And the tan is changed to sin by cos. In most of the questions we change everything to sin and cos. And here this denominator and this denominator get cancelled. And you get sec a into 1 by sin a plus 1. You all know what is 1 by sin a? Cosec. So sec a into cosec a is there plus 1. That plus 1 can be either after that or before that. So we get this answer. Okay, this is very difficult no? It's a different question from the other questions. So practice more. Okay, next is a particular type of question in which the coefficient of sine and cos. For example, with sine, its coefficient is a and cos coefficient is b. And its value is given as c. They are connected through plus sign. And the same is here, and you have to prove that a cos theta minus b sin theta. But the difference between the given and the proof is that the coefficient of sine is here a. In the next one, sine, that a goes to cos coefficient. And whatever is the coefficient of cos theta in the given, that is b, that goes to the coefficient of sine in the to prove part. And one more thing you can see, in between the terms in the given is plus sign and in between to prove is minus. If this type of relation, that means the coefficients of sine and cos are interchanged in the given and to prove, in such type of question you have to take the whole square of this and what to prove its whole square and add like this. A sin theta plus b cos theta, the whole square you have to do, plus a cos theta minus b sin theta, the whole square. Take the square of the given and to prove their LHS are taken and their squares are added and expand it using a plus b the whole square. You get a square sin square theta using a plus b the whole square, a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. When you multiply these two, ab will come, 2 also will come, and then sin theta cos theta, sin theta cos theta. This is the expansion of the first one. And after that, what is the sign here? Plus sign. Then do the expansion of this. Using a minus b the whole square, you will get a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta minus, because it is minus, 2ab sin theta cos theta. When you add it, plus 2ab sin theta cos theta minus 2ab cos theta sin theta will get cancelled, and you can take a square common from this. When you take a square common from this, 2, and in between plus sign is there, when you take a square common, you will get sin square theta plus cos square theta inside. And here also both are positive signs and b square is common. When b square is taken common within the bracket, when b square is taken common, you will get cos square theta here and here plus sin square. You all know that. What is sin square theta plus cos square theta? It is 1. 1 into a square is a square plus here again 1 into b square is b square. So when you add the squares of the given and to prove the LHS you added, you get a square plus b square. Sometimes they will ask to find only this, or in this question, its first terms RHS we know, c, so we can put its value is c square, and this we have to find out, write it like that, a cos theta minus b sin theta, the whole square. Shift this c square to right side, then we write a cos theta minus b sin theta is left out, the whole square is also there, is equal to a square plus b square, and plus c square is coming there as minus c square. Cut the square and put here root. When you are putting root, you can put plus or minus. So this is that. And this type of many questions are there. I will write some more examples. A by x sin theta plus b by y cos theta is equal to 1, and a by x cos theta minus b by y sin theta is equal to 1. Using these two, you have to prove that a square by x square plus b square by y square is equal to 2. This also follows the same rule. It is because the coefficient of sine is a by x and cos is b by y in the first one. These two interchange with cos and sine. Here with cos a by x, with sine b by y. And the sign is also changed. Here it is plus and here it is minus. Same thing you have to do, square of this plus square of this is equal to expand on the right side On LHS, both values are given. The first value is given as 1 square here for this list. Plus second value is also given, it is 1 square. And you expand on the right side, you will get a square by plus b square. In the previous one, here you will get, if you solve this, you will get a square by x square plus b square by y square. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 is equal to a square by x square plus b square by. So this way you can do. These are many questions where coefficients exchange, you can do the same. This is a special type of question we have to discuss little bit in detail. Here, numerator has 3 terms, denominator also has 3 terms. And all the terms are same, only difference is their sign. Sometimes they will ask us to change to cosec and cot or sec and tan. Maybe plus or minus, it differs. Sometimes the answer is like this, cosec A minus cot A or plus cot A, 1 upon sec A plus or minus tan A, or it will be, the answer will be in cos plus sin, or 1 by cos plus or minus sin. Here also minus can come. So these are the possible proof we have to convert this to. And in this question we are asked to change to cosec and cot. That we can discuss now. So here we are going to convert to cosec and cot. Actually cosec means 1 upon sin. Cot means cos by sin. So if you want to change to cosec and cot, the denominator should have sin. So what we are doing here is taking the LHS and divide every term of the numerator and denominator by sin. Suppose you want to change to sec and tan, if that is the question, then you should take sec or tan. Sec means 1 by cos and tan means sin by cos. Then you have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos. And if you want to change to sin and cos, anything you can do. Either you can divide by cos or by sin. In this particular question, we don't want sec tan. We want this one, cosec and cot. Cosec means 1 by sin, cot means cos by sin. So divide throughout by sin in the numerator and denominator of LHS. So you know cos A by sin A, I will write once, cos A by sin A minus sin A by sin A plus 1 upon sin A divided by cos A, again denominators every term we are going to divide by sin A. Sin A plus sin A by sin A minus 1 by sin. Then change the respective ratios. You know what is cos by sin? Cos by sin is cot. Sin upon sin will be cancelled. The result is 1. Don't write 0 and don't fail to write this 1. Plus 1 by sin is cosec. The same will be repeated in the denominator with difference in sign. Cot A plus 1 minus cosec. After reaching this stage, you can either change, the easiest method is change one of numerator, the number 1 which is visible here. You can change to the identity. There is an identity involving 1 cosec and cot. One identity is that cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. You can either change one of this numerator or one of the denominator. Don't change both. Any one you change. Here I am going to change one of the numerator. I write these two terms first. Cot A plus cosec A together, and then minus 1 is there. That 1 is having minus sign. That 1 is replaced by this identity. Here I wrote theta, but here angle is A, so you have to write cosec square A minus cot square A. This is the important step you have to do. By denominator, we are doing nothing. Cot A plus 1 minus cosec. After reaching this stage, we simplify the numerator. Denominator, we are doing nothing. Here, this is cot A plus cosec A. Here, cosec square A minus cot square A. This second portion follows the identity A square minus B square, and this is A plus B. So we can write cot A plus cosec A minus this, we can write it as cosec square A minus cot square A can be written as cosec A plus cot A into cosec A minus cot A upon the denominator is like that, cot A plus 1 minus cosec. Then we can take common factor from this portion and this portion. There is cot A plus cosec A, and here cosec A plus cot A, both are same only. It is rearranged. So you can take common cot A plus cosec A. When you take common, follow this rule. Suppose it is x minus xy. How do we take the common factor? X is common in both the cases, so x is taken common, and what is left out, the x fully it is taken out, then 1x, actually it is 1x, so x is taken out, so 1 is remaining. Minus, here x is taken common and y is remaining. So 1 minus y is there. So this cot A plus cosec A is taken, and from here also cosec A plus cot A, both are same. When this is fully taken out, actually we are dividing, then 1 is left out. 1, then what is the sign after that? Minus sign. After this minus sign, there are two terms. Minus cosec A minus cot A. So, those two terms should be written in a bracket. Right? Cosec A minus cot A. Denominator has no change. Cot A plus 1 minus cosec. Then simplify the second bracket. First bracket is like that only. Second bracket is simplified, just this minus opens the bracket. 1 minus cosec A. This minus minus will become plus cot A by cot A plus 1 minus cosec. Denominator we have done nothing. And this denominator and the second factor in the numerator are perfectly same, only order is shuffled. See, cosec A is minus sign, here also cosec A is minus, with minus sign. 1 is plus, here also 1 is with positive sign. Cot A is positive, here also cot A is positive. So these two factors are common, so they get cancelled and we get the answer. Cot A plus cosec. That is the answer. And if you want to get sec and tan, you will divide by cos in the numerator and denominator, and the same procedure. The second bracket will be cancelled. And if you want sine and cos, after either you change to cosec cot or sec tan, and in the last step you can change cot to cos by sine and 1 by sine. Then we can take the LCM and finally we get. And suppose we need this answer in 1 upon cosec A minus cot A form. Then you have to write here by 1. And two ways are there. You can rationalizing method you can use, or you change this 1 to cosec square A minus cot square. Then use A plus B, A minus B and get cancelled and you get this. Okay, many methods. Okay, this is a special question. This type of 3 terms in the numerator and 3 terms in the denominator is only visible in this. And one more method you can do, instead of changing cosec and cot and sec and cot, there is another way also. Take this bracket and group cos and sec sine together. We are not going to divide by sine and cos. Sine in the numerator, sine in the denominator, or cos in the numerator and cos. That we are not doing. Instead of that, we group cos and sine together as a single term, and this is taken as A and this is taken as B. Then rationalizing method also you can follow. Don't change the first bracket sign, second bracket sign you make it plus 1 and multiply numerator and denominator, and then also you will reach this type of result. Try those methods. This is very easy, you can follow it.